So you clicked on the link because you want to know average cost of living in the summertime here in Colorado Springs. Stay tuned. Laurie and I have done one of these videos, kind of a winter edition. Here's your summer edition for cost of living.
So this is Laurie and Kalene here today, and we are pushing out a ton of new content this year all about Colorado Springs. So make sure the subscribe button or that bell, I don't know where the bell is on the screen, but make sure you hit that button because we're going to push out a ton of new content all about Colorado Springs. And we always say we love making these videos, but what do we love doing more is making Colorado Springs your home. So give us a call, give us a text, 719-639-3393. And day, night, doesn't matter. It's us that answers the phone, so we'd love to help you make that move and answer any of your questions about our area.
So Laurie and I have put together a summarized cost of living, and like I said, we've done one of these videos before, but this is kind of the summer edition and maybe costs that are specific to the summer season here in Colorado Springs. So cost of living when you're crunching numbers and whatnot, biggest, or I shouldn't say biggest, one of the things to consider is on your utility bill, your water cost. So
yeah. So I think a lot of times I would always budget for, I think the winter would be more since I'm running my furnace, but in the summer you're running, well, I guess it's for the last week it's been in the 70s. It's been kind of, I like it.
Yeah.
But the week before that was in the 90s. I think, did we even hit 100? I was gone on my vacation.
I think it came really close.
Yeah, and so we ran our air conditioning for a week straight. And our water bill,
Are we air conditioning or water?
I don't know, I'm kind of going back and forth. But I went on a vacation to Nantucket with my husband, which is gorgeous, by the way, if you ever want to take a wonderful vacation. But I got an indication from Colorado Springs Utilities telling me my water use was above average.
What?
I don't know, I haven't got my
Was
bill.
your toilet running?
No, I think that I have those drip houses and my kids leave them on. I left them on once. Anyways, so I'm a little nervous to see what my bill is.
So that happened to me once. One time we had family staying at our home. We actually weren't even home, and one of the toilets stuck and the water was running, and we got one of those notices and we had a $700
I know,
bill.
I'm nervous what it's gonna be. My kids are like, can I get the mail? I'm like, no, don't go get the mail. I don't want to know what the bill is. So as long as I don't see it, it doesn't happen.
So water is a big deal. Like we have a pretty big yard. I think we're on between 1/4 and 1/2 acre. And when we moved here, before we lived here, we were on a well and we could use how much water we wanted. We never even came close to our usage, but moving here, we were washing our cars outside. We were watering twice a day, every day, all of these things. And I got my first utility bill, and they do sum up for Colorado Springs Utilities, your natural gas, electricity, and water. And our bill was like $700-800. I was like, oh,
it's not normal though. Like usually it's about $350, I would say, in the summertime for a
350 to 500.
Depends upon how much you actually use your water. So
we water our
right now we're in
quite a
like
bit.
kind of a rainy pattern. So like you can see it's a little bit cloudy right now. It was sunny this morning, and so rain will come in. So I shut my sprinkler system off and don't water my garden because I'm hoping it kind of evens out.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing we did with all the rain that we've had. We actually shut ours off. And you can get a sensor on your...
I have a sensor. I don't even use it. It's not
Oh,
awful.
really? You can buy a sensor and put it on your sprinkler system, so if it rains, it automatically shuts it off. We manually shut ours off. And our bill this month was just under $400, so it wasn't bad at all.
And so like air conditioning, people ask us about that all the time. Some of the houses do not have air conditioning. When they used to build houses, they did not put them in. All new builds pretty much have air conditioning. Like Kalene, you're putting a new electrical panel.
Tomorrow I get the new panel.
Yeah, it was hot.
We'll see how much mine goes up.
I would say in the summer you'll use your air conditioning. I would say I use mine, and I don't love air conditioning. Some people love it and they turn it on all winter, but I don't like being cold in my house. So I would say 4 weeks out of the year I use my air conditioning.
And does it run your bill up?
No, not more
Like
than my furnace
50 to
does.
100?
Yeah, not too bad. Not like water
Okay.
does sometimes. So
It'd be worth it for that little bit.
yeah, so that's a big one for cost of living. People always ask us
As
about
far as
utility
the
bills.
value on a house, though, adding air conditioning gives you about $5,000 to $6,000 on an appraisal. So
Yeah,
good
so,
move.
So that's nice. So we'll talk about some of the things to do. So the zoo, everyone loves to go to the zoo here.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
one of the best zoos in the country. It kind of ranks up there all the time. So a family pass to the zoo, sometimes we buy them for our clients. And when they close here, and our zoo pass is around $230 for
A whole family.
A whole family, so that's kind of cool for a whole year. So
Yeah.
it's not too bad. It's like if you go with your family, it's like $25. So it's like, why wouldn't you get the pass, I guess?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. If you're going to go more than once, you might as well get
Yeah.
the pass.
Yep.
Another thing, and this is Colorado, not just Colorado Springs, but I think it's in fourth grade.
Fourth grade, yep.
Your child who's a fourth grader can apply, and they can get into all of the Colorado national parks for free.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of a freebie.
And they get a free ski pass too. So fourth
Yeah.
grade is
and
the year to
fifth
be
grade.
here.
And fifth grade.
Fifth grade too?
Fifth grade and sixth grade.
Oh, wow.
So fourth, fifth, and sixth, they can ski for free. Where they get you, because obviously they'll have an adult with them, they'll get you as the adult paying for the pass. But
yeah,
that's a great time, and it's actually the perfect age to teach them to do those things. We're talking about winter, though.
oh, for skiing, yeah. But you can go like
Summertime
for camping. Like if you just want to go to the camping in the national parks, it's free for if you have a kid. Just put them in
Go
the car
cut
with
down
you.
your Christmas tree. They can get a free pass
Stuff
for
them in the
that
car
too.
with you. Yeah. So, oh yeah, Christmas tree. We did that one year too.
Yeah.
I got my free Christmas tree. 'Cause
Yeah.
I like Christmas trees. So let's see. What else are we gonna talk about? Oh, I was gonna talk about
Pools?
pools. Yeah, a lot of people ask about pools here. It's not like hot here like it would be in the Midwest or the South, and so we have that dry heat. So definitely other pools. Villa Sport is a great option. Lifetime. There's community
I think the
pools.
price for that, I'm trying to think when me and my family belonged, and I think it was like maybe $230
For what, villa?
Yeah.
Mine was $180
Oh.
for I think mine was $180 for a family of 5
Oh.
for villa. I think
I
Lifetime's
guess.
pretty similar.
Uh-huh.
You can go to the pools. I don't know how much
And
does it
then-
cost to get into, like, because they have the YMC runs all of our city pools.
Yeah, it's not much at all
Not
for
too bad.
even a day pass, or you can do monthly membership. And I think it's about like $120, $130, a little bit less than Villa or Lifetime,
Yeah.
but not a lot.
So unless your neighborhood has a pool and you pay those HOAs for that, but
Yeah.
there's not a lot of homes with pools, so a lot of times you are paying to go to a pool in the area.
Mm-hmm. There's a pool, I forget where it's
Wilson
at.
Park.
It's over by Garden of the Gods, but it's a like little club that you can get a day pass to, but I think they can only hold so many people, so you have to get there pretty
Yeah.
early in the morning to be able to use the pool. So I would say now when we belonged to Villa, we did have friends that came into town, and we were like, let's go to Villa for the day. Guest passes.
No, it's-
Mm-mm.
yeah.
It was like $100,
It was
I think,
ridiculous.
to
I
get
know, I
them
tried to
in for
remind
the
nieces
day.
one
I was
time.
like,
I
forget
snuck them in. Don't tell Villa.
it. Just find a river or find a lake.
Yeah, that's true.
Save yourself money.
Yeah, so pools can be kind of hit or miss here. In the summertime, I would say camps is another thing to think about when you have kiddos.
Yeah.
Another expense. So my kids go to Eagle Lake Camp in
Yeah.
the summer, and they love it. It's like a full week camp. It's $500, $600 for the full week. So it gets pricey if you have more than one kiddo, but it's all week, and they feed
It's
them.
up
and,
in
I don't know, they
Woodland
love it.
Park.
Yeah, my
They
kids
go
talk about it. It's their
swimming
favorite.
and zip lining and hiking.
So there's,
I don't know.
my kids did a fine arts camp, and that was like $300, but it was for 2 full weeks. And at the end, they did a little production outside. The Fine Arts Center is building an outside theater stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but it rained, so we had to go inside. So, but that was about $300. There's always Pride Soccer has camps for. There's volleyball camps, basketball camps. FCA holds a
Colorado
basketball camp.
College, my girls did a volleyball camp, and
Oh, yeah.
it was like a couple days, and it was like $170. And one, like for my older, it was like a specific for hitters, and I don't know, outside hitters, and then the
Is
other
your volleyball?
yeah,
Your volleyball
something like
terminology you
that.
have, yeah.
It was, they're outside hitters or middle blockers, I forget. It was specific to the position. And then my younger daughter, it was just like a general skills.
Yeah.
But it was only a couple $100 for you know, a couple days of that. You can keep yourself entertained doing outdoor activities. You have to like the outdoor stuff, but usually you're spending money by like getting something cool to drink after. Like then you go to Pikes Peak Lemonade and spend $30 on lemonades.
Yeah. So, but there's tons of free stuff to do. There's all those splash pads we talked about.
Paint mines.
You know, a lot of like, what's the place there? Is it Cordera or Bennington Ranch who has like the outdoor concerts now on Fridays?
Cordera.
So they have like a little pavilion. So that's kind of a fun thing to do.
Lots of the breweries have live music.
The Shops at the Briargate used to have that family movie night. Do you remember that? But I don't know if they brought that back since COVID. But they used to have like an outdoor drive-in, bring your blankets to the park or to the shopping and do outdoor movies.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah,
there.
I haven't seen it this year yet, but hopefully they bring that back.
Our neighborhood does that. They'll do the blow-up screen and a couple during the year.
Yeah. So lots of fun things to do. And another one of our clients was telling us about it's not the mining exchange, but the exchange where you go pan for gold. It was pretty cheap, like $6 to go where we did that pumpkin thing when we used, do you remember where that is?
Yes.
It's
up north.
It's mining something.
It's off of Northgate and
right there on the
I-25.
corner. It's kind of an old historic mining thing. They have like a pumpkin patch in the fall, but that's kind of a fun thing. You can go like, I think you can go like pan for gold or pan for something.
And my
so
kids love to, like, I'll take them with their scooters to the skate park.
Yeah.
And they could do that for a couple hours, then go get something to drink and head home.
But things like the Incline is free. You know, if you're talking about some like more adult things to do, Incline is free. The Cog Railway, it's kind of expensive now, but it's a cool experience. I
saw they opened a new Outlook up there. I think we should do that for one of our videos. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, they did. I don't think it's open yet though. I feel like it opens up in July or something.
Oh.
We'll wait until a couple days.
Coming
soon. But it's like $50, $60
I have
to
to
take
say,
the Cog
there's
up.
Colorado, the lifestyle, like I always see those shirts, Weekend Warriors. It's totally the lifestyle of living in Colorado. There's so many day trips, but then weekend trips. You can make it down to the sand dunes for the weekend from here. You can make it over to Crested Butte and do the Wildflower Festival, or you know, there's always festivals in these little mountain towns around here. Plenty of things to do, but take the weekend, just get a hotel room for one night and spend 2 full days up in these mountain towns.
And we have like an expedition, so my husband just took my kids, or one of them, and went to Leadville and camped in our expedition. I think they brought a tent, but sometimes he gets lazy. He doesn't
just
set it
sleep
up
in the car.
Yeah, and then just goes hiking with them. So there's a lot of cool, fun things to do on the weekends. So I think those are the main things for summer for cost of living here in Colorado Springs. Obviously our housing market, those costs always remain pretty stable, but just things to do in the summertime here is something to think about. You know, national parks free is always a good option. And then, you know, your water and air conditioning are a lot of questions that our clients kind of ask us about living here in Colorado Springs.
And I will say, don't be surprised if you're looking at homes and not all of them have air conditioning. I would say it's about 50-50.
Yeah, but it's always something you can add, usually if the ducts are in there.
But like Laurie said, you maybe use it for maybe a good month out of the year. Other than that, it's not really necessary.
If you come and look at homes on one of the days where it's 100 degrees, you're gonna want it. But if you come like in September, you're like, I'm good, I'm fine, it's great, you know. So it kind of just depends upon when you're looking at homes. But
so if you're thinking of moving to the Colorado Springs area, keep us in mind if you want to talk through what that may look like, or give us a heads up. Even if you're coming to the area and you just want some addresses and areas to drive around, we get that all the time. We can put together a map for you, kind of specific to where we think you may like it. And so just give us a call, start that conversation. 719-639-3393.